Hey fast fellas, SpeeDMan here. Welcome to this episode of Let's Play Civilization 6 Sundiata Keita. There we go. So we're essentially just using this as a means for us to kind of build upon this. We have ourselves a couple more religious pieces that we can actually sell. And then what we'll do is we'll sell them and trade them in for some other ones. So that way we can get some good value. We can go ahead and send proselytizer down once again. We have ourselves a massive amount of proselytizer build. So it's pretty insane, honestly, because at this point, with all we have, we can essentially go in and just convert cities without a second thought. And I will gladly take that. That's honestly, that is just easy tempo for us to develop off of. And the more cities that we convert, the less pressure we'll have to deal with, and we can essentially just have free pressure over the region, and we could just convert cities over time, and we'll be in a good spot. We are culturally dominant over Mapuche, so that's the first, I think that's the first civilization that we are, or one of the first ones that we are dominant over. So 105, yeah, we have 35 now, and we're just beating that out now. So that's the first civ taken over in terms of cultural dominance. That's a really good start for us. We'll continue developing that over time, and we'll just make that better and better. Let's get the banking going. That'll be a nice improvement there. The next thing we could do is, since we have a shrine in Corina, we have a couple options. We are definitely going to get started on the very, very nice Sagupa there. Sagupa would be a great improvement for us, so it would just open up a lot of tempo for us, so we could definitely get started on that. 4 turns is not a long time, plus that is also going to open the options for us for more and more great work slots, so that is a fantastic thing. We'll not have a loyalty issue for long. We'll just simply buy ourselves that, and we'll be able to get our loyalty back up and running the way we want. So now we can see that the loyalty pressure is going to start kind of dwindling a little bit. So that's a nice thing for us. It'll just give us a little bit of time to work with. But it'll also mean in this little city here, now we actually have the access to be able to get some food growth really dialed in. So we've got some good tiles to work with here. We're immediately going to make our way over and start getting dialed in. Really just getting these improvements up and running so that way we can actually really have a proper city. Very, very nice things for us to be getting at this stage of the game. This is beautiful. Honestly, this is probably the most incredibly busted combination. And playing essentially a very, very nice Terra map. And I didn't think it was going to have this big of a desert presence. But it works really well for us, so I will gladly take that. And getting the double Golden Age back to back from the classical and the medieval eras is insane. That basically just gave us like a huge series of bonuses that honestly like put us in a massive advantage. We'll get that converted, and at that point, pretty much gonna be fully converting Canada. And at that point, that means we do not need to worry about any more religions from the south. The only ones we're going to have to worry about, honestly, are going to be more from the east than anything else. And those, honestly, aren't going to be as much of a threat as it looks like. So, we're okay. Another war, dude? That's probably going to kill my unit. Yeah, that killed my unit. Alright. That's dumb. Really? Another surprise war, dude? Me bloodthirsty. Okay. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a huge chunk of gold here. There we go, 86 gold per turn. So we are now well over 500 gold per turn. This much GPT is pretty much incredible. We're going to just continue, just dialing in on that and improving that. We're going to do some damage here to that unit. Just save ourselves the potential serious damage. And what we'll do is actually just going to be a quick little cheeky move. We'll damage this. Then we will kill this off. So that way both units get XP, and we can start healing both units soon, and be able to have positionality that we can actually work with. So just little intelligent moves that we could do that'll just give us a little bit more flexibility from a gameplay standpoint. Oh, right. That actually retains the exact same cost. That's really nice, actually. I didn't know if that was going to be different or not, but it's good to know that it's the same. Very, very nice to know. This has so much combat strength that I honestly would have to get like 3 or 4 apostles with the debater promotion and literally take all of them out at once and attack him. That's like the only way we could probably destroy that unit. That's 150 religious combat strength. That is so high. Like, that's obscene, dude. You know what? We could totally like just use all our spies to foment unrest constantly, convert a lot of his cities to free cities. That would be so cheeky. You know what? Let's do it. Let's. I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier. We could totally be like complete jerks with this and just completely just convert his cities with spies. That would actually be the funniest thing. Let's do it. Let's completely meme on Khmer. Well, I definitely goofed and forgot to switch this off. So, okay. I should have paid attention to that. I got so distracted by this war that he decided to wage that I just completely forgot about this major part of like what we were working on. That's a bit of a boo-boo, but that's okay. I'm just gonna actually just, at this stage, since I made that mistake of not having that ready, we'll just go ahead and I'll just go ahead and actually just hard build this, and then we use a couple charges on the Hagia Sophia, and then that'll be pretty much good to go, and we'll have to worry about that. I'll just do that just because I was like, you know what, I made the mistake already, I might as well just kind of just deal with it. By buying these little improvements, we're just essentially we're just consistently developing our faith generation more and more. And that's really the goal. We just want to be able to use that in a way that's sustainable long term, and by essentially continuing to improve that, we'll be in a position where we can really get some very solid yields going. University is done now. Awesome. So that'll give us a little bit more science output. And we'll just simply buy another Gilded Vault. That'll bring us up a little bit more science, or rather culture. It's a proselytizer. We'll go ahead and do that. Just help spread our religion a little bit more. Relieve some of that long-term religious pressure. So we'll definitely do that. Immediately convert that back. That way our religious presence is the main one once again. So he's going to have to work all over again just to get that going. You do have another spy available, so the good thing in that position is, honestly, we can start applying pressure to convert cities, and that would be the best way for us to really apply a lot of pressure. Trade routes to your own cities gain plus 0.5 gold for each specialty district at the destination. That is going to give us probably like 10 to 15 gold. Yeah, it did. Okay, up to just under 640 gold per turn. That is nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're winning this game, though. Our setup is just so far more advanced than the AI. The only thing that would actually stop us at this stage would be Yayavarman setting up like a super army, and would just have to like have a, and it's not likely because we would see it in advance. Like 281 combat trick would go to like over 1,000. And then I would see that I was like, hey, I need to be pretty careful. I need to develop a lot more of an army. But I'm not really worried about it because we're doing okay. We have a good defensive area here to kind of stand by. We've got spies on the route to this area, and so we'll be able to start, you know, eventually conquesting the area and displaying more pressure, which is good. It's very good. See here. We gained faith in these tiles. We've got extra food in these tiles. Oh, dude, that basically Nazca lines are just gonna act as like mini preserves, and that I stand by that statement. That is so nice, though. The extra food is super helpful for all these tiles. The extra little bit of faith is definitely going to be good. Like, those tiles now have some, like, really good faith on top of these yields and have a little bit of food. So now the city's actually going to have, like, some decent potential growth out of it. Oh, that's so good. You can get out of here with that deal, bro. You're dreaming. There we go. Now we've got a lot more improvements available. These tiles are now going to be much better as well. Just opens up more realistic options for us to grow from. I didn't realize Tail Cali has been built yet, so we can actually go for that. Would almost rather try to build it eventually and that tile there so we can actually get the additional amenities. I feel like that would actually be a bit more useful, to be honest, so we'll go ahead and consider that. We can take that off, and now we can actually consider some nice options that we can really develop off of. Honestly, free market, 28 more gold per turn. Pretty good. That's a good one. Raj, 10 to everything. For the most part, I mean, like really 10 gold, science, culture, and faith. I mean, that's a good one. We'll take that, we'll move that up, and we'll put that down. With the progress we've made so far, we have honestly, like, we've put ourselves in an amazing position. I'm really, really happy with the work we've been able to do. We've honestly taken control of this game by a mile. Yeah, we've got some disturbances with the environment and this religious emergency. Honestly, neither of them are major threats at the moment. In terms of city-states, we have suzerainty of 5 of them. And also, with our overall culture output, we are culturally dominant over a good three civs so far. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to continue getting more and more culture output. As we get closer to picking up Cold War, we are about 23 turns away. So that's really good at this stage with 23 turns to go essentially until we get Cold War. That'll mean by turn, let's see here, 178, we'll have access to rock bands. And at that point, we're going to continue saving our faith up. We're going to mass buy. And I'm going to see if we can target a sub 200 win here. Do you guys think we could do it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed watching this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. SpeeDMan out.